Ready to go? Good morning. A special time has arrived for you, your families, and the world you're about to enter. One chapter closes and another one begins as you leave what you will now call your alma mater, from the Latin meaning a nourishing and kind mother. The intellectual nourishment you received here and the life experiences which help mold you, we hope help you see and question the world in many different lights, and that your journey from here will continue to shine brightly. As we think of the description of a nourishing and kind mother, I think of the term motherland. America the Beautiful has been a part of our musical heritage for some time, but what do we mean by heritage and by motherland? Whom do we include in this telling of heritage and motherland? Did your nourishment here help you to challenge what we are conditioned to see and accept? Or did it help you see what the lyrics of one viewpoint of our past has been, and now it is time, as you write your own songs of life, to represent what the beautiful really is and means? How will you use your beautiful future to design what your actions and what your words will be? The song has its roots with CC history, and now with your own CC history. How will you write your own life songs for you and for others? Songs which also honor creators that we know by many names. Songs which honor those heritages, which are also part of our histories and no longer will be silenced. Who are we as a nation, and now as the leaders you will be? Where do we need to go in providing a motherland where all voices are uplifted and heard? Reading from Jeremiah 29:11, which is echoed in so many of our faith traditions, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Your next chapters have already begun. The world needs you, and the world is waiting.
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Jill Tiefenthaler, and I have the honor of serving as Colorado College's 13th president. On behalf of our dedicated faculty, staff, and trustees, I welcome you to the 144th commencement ceremony. Welcome, proud parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, and friends of our graduates. You've come from across the state, across the country, and across the globe. From Pueblo to Durango to Boulder, New Jersey to California to Alaska, Colombia to Turkey to China. Our graduates would not be where they're standing today without your ongoing commitment and support. Graduates, can you give them a big thank you round of applause? Welcome and congratulations to our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipients, and most importantly, welcome and congratulations to the Colorado College class of 2018. Can you believe it? It's finally here, your commencement day. It seems like just yesterday I welcomed you to CC on an August afternoon in Shove Chapel nearly 4 years ago. I vividly remember your sense of excitement, a palpable energy, much like you feel today. In my remarks, I encourage you to push yourselves, to take risks, to capitalize on the wealth of opportunities that CC had to offer you. And I also challenged you to do your part to make this great place even better. Class of 2018, you rose to the challenge. You've embraced the opportunity of Colorado College and made the most of your time here. You've rafted down rivers and stargazed at Baca, You've studied literature, art, rocks, culture, and energy across the country and around the globe. You've formed lasting bonds with faculty members and taken class that made you question your beliefs. You've embarked on awe-inspiring adventures, as 97 of you received Keller Venture Grants, 19 of you completed summer fellowships through the Public Interest Fellowship Program, and 30 of you were awarded Ritt Kellogg Expedition Grants. You explored your professional interests, launched startups, and joined, led, and founded clubs and organizations. And you worked hard. You powered through final papers, presentations, and exams during 32 intense fourth weeks. Through the block plan, you've learned to focus, to immerse yourselves in a single subject, instilling within yourselves the importance of being present as a means of solving complicated problems. You've tried new things, took on disciplines and projects outside your comfort zone. Sometimes you were wildly successful, and sometimes you failed. And in failing, you became resilient, gaining the confidence to try again. You were the first class to complete your senior thesis in the nation's largest carbon-neutral academic library. Over 250 of you hold yourselves up in Tut Library's carols, fueled by late-night coffee from Susie B's. You brought data to life in the GIS lab and lost track of time brainstorming in group study rooms. Your hard work and engagement have paid off. You are ready for your next adventure. At CC, we're fortunate to attract remarkable young people like you from around the world, students who are creative, independent, thoughtful, and tenacious. Then over your 4 years here, we provide you with opportunities inside and outside the classroom to build the knowledge, skills, and character to help you become lifelong learners, imaginative thinkers, and inspired leaders. The liberal arts education you received at CC will equip you for both meaningful work and a meaningful life. The world in which you will live and lead requires flexibility in navigating diverse environments, multicultural understanding, and the ability to see things from various perspectives. In an age when AI is replacing people, the future of the job market is uncertain. Yet what is certain is that the skills you've gained from your CC education, a nimble mind, comfort with ambiguity, clear writing, persuasive speaking, will be invaluable 5, 10, and even 50 years from now. Your CC education has also helped you to develop valuable qualities that you will rely on throughout your lives: resilience, focus, humility, tenacity, and creativity. Through co-curricular activities and half-block classes, you've embraced opportunities to build skills that complement your liberal arts education and will help you transition to the next chapter. Class of 2018, you took full advantage of your time here, but you also gave back so much to the college and the community. You elevated the campus conversation about mental health by bringing speakers like Hakeem Rahim, engaging peers in telling their stories of mental health struggle in order to break stigma, participating in the JED Campus Project, and reinvigorating our student-run mental health supports. You committed to community engagement with a record number of seniors participating in the Community Engaged Scholars Program. You expanded the CC Prison Project by creating Justice Watch, a club with the goal of holding judges and attorneys accountable for fair treatment in courthouses. And you collaborated with the local nonprofit Dream Outside the Box to propel at-risk youth onto a higher education trajectory. You were for the first class to experience the Fine Arts Center at Colorado College, as our alliance with the FAC became official last July. You found new ways to engage in art and the community, including curating exhibits in the Unblocked Gallery, learning from the first Mellon artists in residence, Rayvon Chacon, and dancing your hearts out at the Silent Disco. The Southwest became your lab as you embarked on rigorous field study. You learned about water in the West. You explored the geology of the Garden of the Gods. You studied the art and artifacts of the indigenous peoples who were here thousands of years before the first Europeans stepped foot in Colorado. You examined immigration policy along the US-Mexico border. You explored international climate policy at the UN Conference of the Parties in Germany. And you dived more deeply into subjects than you had ever thought possible through summers spent doing collaborative research with faculty members, some of you even co-authoring articles in academic journals. You advocated for sustainability and food justice as members of your class led the Real Food Challenge. You offered your input on dining policy and helped the college take a critical look at issues of food anxiety and food insecurity on our campus. And you gave back financially, with 80% of you participating in your senior class gift. But most importantly, you've impacted each other's lives and built supportive, inclusive communities. You were the first cohort to engage with the Butler Center, which was formed when you arrived on campus 4 years ago. Your class played a critical role in elevating the dialogue on diversity and inclusion at CC. You helped found the Queer People of Color Collective and the Conversations on Whiteness. You promoted multicultural understanding as you hosted annual celebrations of Diwali, Dia de los Muertos, Chinese New Year, and the Nasu Powwow. You advocated for respectful, intimate relationships as members of your class worked with our Title IX team to incorporate peer support through START, or the Student Title IX Assistance and Resource Team. Several of you completed the required 30-hour training to be the first certified on our campus for this important group. You rooted for the Tigers, who won 6 conference championships and 28 individual conference titles during your 4 years. And you sent 12 teams to the NCAA tournament play. Your class includes 2 All-Americans. Your intramural team sported flair as you competed in everything from ice broomball to inner tube water polo. You were national contenders in Nordic skiing, climbing, rugby, and road cycling, and regional qualifiers in men's and women's ultimate frisbee. You garnered awards in debate and mock trial and helped to host over 80 colleges in the American Forensics National Tournament. You fine-tuned your startup pitches through the first Big Idea half-block course in the newly transformed innovation space. And you were proud of your classmates who won national recognition, including Fulbrights, a Goldwater Scholarship, and awards from Watson, the Authors Guild, the National Science Foundation, Urban Fellows, the Japanese Exchange and Teaching Program, the Davis Peace Project, and Princeton and Asia. You were impressed by each other's thesis presentations, senior recitals, and senior art shows. You saw some of these works installed in the Fine Arts Center. You applauded your friends who performed in Circus Beckett, Top Girls, Emerge, Accidental Death of an Anarchist, and Relations. You laughed away the stress of Fourth Monday watching Twit's improv comedy. You showed off your talents at the fashion show and dance workshop. You danced together at the first Battle of the Bands hosted on the East Campus Community at Quad and again at Lamapalooza. You bonded around music of all kinds. Members of your class envisioned a new band practice and performance space on Tejon and inaugurated it this year. You were avid participants in the CC Orchestra and concert band, and you played bluegrass alongside Grammy winners Abigail Washburn and Bella Fleck. With your voices, Back Row, Element, and Room 46 continued to wow audiences, and you curated your favorite tunes as DJs with the sounds of CC. Class of 2018, you have been amazing. While Shove Chapel was filled with excitement when you first assembled as a class back in 2014, there was also some trepidation. You felt a little lonely in that sea of other first-year students. You missed the comfort of your hometown relationships. You wondered who would be your friends and if you were ready for this new challenge. Today, you may feel some similar emotions. While it's clear that you're bubbling with excitement and anticipation for your futures, it's still a little hard to go. You're sad to leave your friends. College relationships are unique. It's unlikely that you will ever again form such strong bonds because only in college do you live, learn, work, and play with the same group of people. You're sad to leave your mentors. They challenged you in the classroom, on the playing field, and in your campus leadership roles. They also guided you and cared for you. I imagine it's hard to leave this place with the beauty and opportunity of Colorado and our beloved Peak, but also this special place of learning where you were immersed in the life of the mind with limited distraction. It's okay that it might be a little difficult to pack the car and drive away because that means good things happen for you at Colorado College. Your class motto is a quote from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. I hope this inspires you to continue demanding change and advocating for justice and equity throughout your lives. When I look out at you, the class of 2018, I am optimistic about the future. The world needs change makers like you, people who choose unity over divisiveness, love over hate, and hope over fear. I'm eager to see how each of you leverages your CC education to make a difference. You're a talented, kind, and courageous bunch, and I'm confident that you will make us proud. You'll reminisce on this day and your time at CC for the rest of your life. And as your president, I hope that the pride that you feel as you walk across the stage today is rivaled only by the appreciation you feel for the education you received and the relationships you forged. As you continue to learn and to grow, reflect on the times when you stumbled and even failed. Recall how caring faculty and staff and your classmates pushed you in the right direction and stretched your imagination and spirit. Keep in touch with each other and your mentors, and remember that CC will always welcome you home. Congratulations, class of 2018. I look forward to celebrating with you and your family and friends following the ceremony. Now it's my pleasure to invite Susie Burkhart, AKA Susie B., Chair of the Colorado College Board of Trustees and alumna of the class 1977, to extend congratulations from the Board of Trustees.
Otherwise, you couldn't see me. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am honored to welcome and congratulate the Colorado College Class of 2018 and to welcome your friends, families, and supporters. Today, you join thousands of other graduates in the ranks of alumni. Despite the years that separate our experiences at CC, there are strong ties that draw us close together and keep us involved in the college. I arrived at Colorado College as a transfer student in 1974, which I hate to admit will be 44 years in August. The block plan was only a few years old at that time, but what the block plan does so well today was apparent then. Our education was the embodiment of the liberal arts. We were immersed in learning, fully engaged in issues inside and outside of the classroom, and eager to push the boundaries of traditional thinking. I see those same qualities in each and every one of you. It's what makes CC so special, and it connects us to one another across the years and the miles. This morning we're gathered on the quad with Pikes Peak that we can actually see as our backdrop, surrounded by these beautiful trees and by buildings that mean so much to us all. Shove Chapel, Palmer Hall, Tutt Library. The quad is a place where students have gathered for 100 years before I ever got here and continue to gather today. It's a place to play, to be seen, to protest, and to graduate. This space will anchor the memories that you have created over your years at CC and will continue to bring you together when you return to campus as alumni. Ultimately, it is the relationships you have formed, the experiences you have had, the learning and growth that really defined your time here and will keep you connected to CC and to each other. You met people from around the globe and learned to work and live together. You got to know remarkable faculty members who showed you what it is to be a scholar and a lifelong learner and who pushed you to achieve more than you thought you could. Staff members became your colleagues and part of your daily life. You learned a lot about yourself, and you've changed. And now you're ready to graduate to the next phase, a really big phase called the rest of your lives. You will follow your dreams and do amazing things and make your own impression on the world. But please stay connected to CC as alumni. Maintain those precious relationships and memories that make the Colorado College community so special and help us make the college the best it can be for future students. We are all so very proud of you and what you have done at CC. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations to the class of 2018.
Good morning. I'm Celia O'Brien, and it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Nancy Noggle-Gibbs, class of 1971. When I first saw that Nancy would be speaking to us today, I was thrilled. As a student of this liberal arts college pursuing a career in the performing arts, I deeply admire her work as a Tony Award-winning producer and manager. A successful businesswoman, wife, and mother, Ms. Gibbs is an exemplar of our school's mission. Her journey through CC gave her the tools and agency to discover her passions. As a result, she has masterfully navigated her way to becoming a top Broadway producer. She currently runs 321 Theatrical Management, a three-women powerhouse for Broadway and off-Broadway productions, alongside Nina Essman, class of 1987, and Marcia Goldberg. As a part of this team, Nancy has managed such shows as Next to Normal, Peter and the Starcatcher, Sister Act, and Fun Home, which made its regional premiere here at the Fine Arts Center in April, making our speaker's presence here all the more poignant. To quote one of the Fun Home lyrics, "It all comes back." Nancy Gibbs and her partners at 321 Theatrical Management are tireless advocates for new work. She looks for what will move people, what will do something in their lives. As Nancy's career demonstrates, this quality is one of the most beautiful powers of the art form. The power of music to pull us out of the known and envelop us in a new unfolding world, full of possibility and imagination. We can all appreciate this feeling of discovery and of liminality as we sit together as a class for one last fleeting moment today, at once reflecting on our past and looking forward to our future. While Ms. Gibbs was earning her degree here in theater and dance, her work study took her to the basement of Armstrong, where she worked backstage on numerous CC productions. Seldom on the stage itself, she spent a great deal of her time observing the details, noticing what went on beyond the bodies and voices on stage. She understood the collaborative nature of creation. Indeed, the managers, designers, producers, writers, directors, and choreographers all breathe as much air into any production as the actors themselves. The beauty is in the team, in the collective effort. And Nancy's work, from Armstrong to Broadway itself, is a valuable reminder of the gift of collaboration as we move forward in our own lives. In her interview for the CC Bulletin, Nancy recalls in her time spent here, quote, "I was just putting one foot in front of the other. I didn't know what a producer was. I didn't know what a general manager was. I had no idea. But partly because of what I learned at CC, when the opportunity arose, I was ready to use the skills and knowledge I had gained over the years and apply them with considerable success," unquote. Nancy's life illuminates the power we have as graduates of this college and the power of being open to possibility. As graduating students, we may have a strong sense of direction and purpose right now, but life is full of challenging, shattering, beautiful surprises that remind us of our humanity. We have all had similar moments to Nancy, our own equivalents of sitting in the basement of Armstrong, putting one foot in front of the other. I've often wondered with my peers, across notebook-strewn library desks or lying face down on a stage during a tough rehearsal, what am I doing? And sometimes the answer, the terrifying yet beautiful answer, echoes Nancy's words. I have no idea. Yet. But I take comfort in the new unfolding world before me, full of possibility and imagination, and in musicals. We are so fortunate to have Nancy and her forthcoming words, full, I'm sure, of wisdom and insight into the new, uncertain road in front of us, and how we may navigate it using the skills and knowledge we have gained during our time at CC. Please join me in welcoming Nancy Noggle-Gibbs, class of 1971.
Good morning, class of 2018. Welcome, Colorado College Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, parents, friends, and family, fellow honorees, and graduates. Thank you, President Tiefenthaler, for offering me this amazing opportunity. I am not an academic, a politician, a government official, or a well-known personality, or any of the many typical graduation speakers I'm aware of. I've certainly never done this before, and nor do I ever expect to do it again. As a result, this will be personal and short. I'm honored and thrilled to be here and pleased that I will finally make it to a CC graduation. For my own graduation, I took advantage of the first year of the block plan. I taught student taught for the fall blocks, took my last required science, Psych 101, and an intermittent reinforcement of rats, and immediately left for Europe for 3 months on literally $5 a day and a Eurail pass. The graduation speaker in 1971 was the president of the College Entrance Examination Board. I don't regret going to Europe. Graduation speakers have a long tradition. Just last week, I saw a revival of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel on Broadway. Carousel was written in 1956 and takes place in the 1880s. And the graduation speaker says, it's the custom of these graduations to pick out some old duck like me to preach to the kids. So here I am. I believe I'm the 13th female speaker at CC commencements out of about 130. There were 5 years in the 1880s when there is no information. The Gazette-Telegraph reported that this year, 2/3 of the commencement speakers at the 25 wealthiest colleges are women, but is the most in decades. So anecdotally, the odds are getting better for more diversity in graduation speakers, though we have a lot of ground to make up. Thanks to my CC education, I've done a bunch of research on commencement addresses. I am meant to inspire you to go out into the world and to make your way after your college experience. I am to give you advice as how to move forward with your lives. But as I think about it, we have had advice our whole lives. As children, stand up straight, speak up, eat your vegetables, get good grades, look both ways, color between the lines. As adults in physical activity, walk 10,000 steps a day. You can't out-train your diet, as well as everything written on a Lululemon bag. Now you get advice everywhere, from columnists, politicians, Facebook, LinkedIn, and whatever you can think of in Google. You can find suggestions from numerous people, alive and dead, all of whom would like to give you guidance on how to live your lives. It's truly overwhelming. So today, I will stand up straight. I no longer need to speak up because my voice is loud. I never color between the lines. In fact, I'm always trying to think outside the box, and I do not worry about grades. The equivalent of grades in my world are awards. Those I have received, 1 Tony, 2 Lortels, emeritus status, and advisory board positions, are all quite amazing. But that's not ever what's driven me to do what I do. In fact, most of the plays and musicals that I have worked on have not won the Best Play or Musical Award. Peter and the Starcatcher, Come From Away, Next to Normal, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and Wicked. None won the top award in their seasons, but all have a very long tail and will be seen and experienced by audiences for years to come. I have also thought a lot about what's happened in the last 50 years. Astonishing to me that 50 years ago, I was finishing my freshman year, and how different my life was then than yours is now. I grew up in the age of Sputnik, which meant we had experimental math in junior high school, SMSG math. We said some math, some garbage. And we had duck and cover drills, so we would be prepared for the atomic attack that we never could quite understand. Now, the children and teachers in school, as well as those in any public gathering place, deal in the world of active shooters, very real and very scary threats. So what did I take away from my CC education? I had the amazing mentorship of William McMillan and his wife Jean. We called them Mr. and Mrs. Mack, who were the CC drama department. I learned from them that the show must go on. I dragged myself out of the infirmary to rehearse my one acting role in college. I also learned how important it is for the director to prepare in advance and devise the correct stage picture. Mac always held the bar just high enough for each student to stretch themselves beyond what their self-imposed boundaries were. From Mrs. Mack, I learned to teach through creative dramatics, which meant as a teacher, you deal with process and taking each student from where they are to where they need to go. She oversaw the costume shop, where I learned how to organize the eyes off a snake so that we could meet the show deadlines in a timely way. This is one of the keys to all theatrical management. I recall their passion for their subjects, and I think that is something that I had in common with many of the professors I came into contact with at my time here. I also became aware of diversity through the students I met at CC. The Martin Luther King assassination occurred in the spring of 1968, and we grieved by having class outside and discussing race in America. I met students older than I, and also my future husband, as well as the friends who stood up for us at our wedding. Since I left Colorado shortly after my stint in graduate school, I have been in touch with only a few CC students. However, anyone you meet who went to the Colorado College will be someone you bond with, even if they are, like me, ancient and pre-block plan. Over 25 years ago, there were two other CC graduates working with me in the same theatrical management office in New York. Eventually, one reintroduced theater into the New York City public schools and is now the executive director of the Office of Special Projects for the city. And the other became my business partner, and we've worked together for over 20 years. I've also met the head of the theater department of Northwestern and the author of a musical, Chasing Rainbows, about the early life of Judy Garland, which I'm currently working on. I know great and committed teachers from Montana, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Virginia of all levels of students and all CC graduates. Not everything was positive. In the dorm, I learned to smoke cigarettes, and I never learned not to procrastinate. I gave up the former and still have to deal with procrastination, which now I call my pile of shame. At CC, I learned how to learn, to analyze, how to commit to goals, to collaborate, to build community, and believe that I could make a difference and change the world. I was very active in theater workshop. We did all our own productions, and we did everything. Acted, directed, as well as all the technical aspects. We did old works, new works, whatever someone was inspired to initiate. That was probably my first management experience, but I didn't know it at the time. I began to learn to deal with whatever came my way despite my experience or expectations. I found that in new situations, I could be versatile and flexible and take on new responsibilities in the unusual circumstances I found myself in. What have I done that I never trained to do? I learned to keep books for a photographer and a talent agency, teaching myself double entry accounting. I also designed and built costumes, but found I could not make bad actors good through their clothes. I have computerized a $4 million nonprofit, overseen theater renovations, and without a single business class, I learned to budget and do the in-house accounting for multi-million-dollar productions, becoming the equivalent of the CFO of Wicked, as well as all the other productions we've managed over the years. I've traveled all over the world to ensure that replica productions of Wicked are true to the prototype on Broadway. These productions have not only been in English, but also German, Dutch, Japanese, Mexican Spanish, Portuguese, and Korean. I was at CC when I first heard the lyric from Paul Simon, "Is the theater really dead?" I don't think I had a clue what that meant until I arrived in New York in the fall of '77 to be a theatrical manager. I majored in fine arts with drama concentration As an undergrad, there was no theater major until 1980, and I took every theater class there was, in addition to aesthetics, art history, music, and dance. And I had a minor in English. I was a generalist. I did not know at the time, but this was a great gift from CC. I expected to be an English teacher and hopefully teach drama at the high school level. And when I came back from Europe, I even had a job right here in Colorado Springs teaching high school. What more could I ask for? Well, that year was a disaster. The Board of Ed had a new accountability system, and I had 5 observers who would turn up in my classrooms unannounced to observe how I taught class. I was teaching high school students who had a 2nd grade reading level. I did not recall having a 2nd grade reading level. I would go home and weep many nights, so that when they asked me to leave so they wouldn't have to fire me, at first I was devastated. I had never failed so profoundly. I believe this is where I learned to deal with what the world would consider failure. But what it taught me, it was just time to go in another direction. Your path may not be what you expect. I'm guessing that many of you are headed to graduate school, so you believe you know exactly what you're going, where you're going, and what you expect to be your future. But attorneys become theater managers, physicians become television writers and advisors, econ majors become scenic designers, and history majors become novelists and actors. I know all of these people, and they all graduated from CC. However, once I thought about it, I realized that the failure as a teacher was the opportunity I needed to go to graduate school in theater. I went to the University of Northern Colorado, where my master's focused on two areas: creative dramatics and technical theater. So even my graduate education was as a generalist. I then taught for a year, theater history, acting and costuming, and from there I went to my first commercial theater, a non-union dinner theater in Greeley, where I designed sets and lighting in addition to costumes and was their first stage manager. Then a group of us went to San Francisco to do a show one of the directors had written. There I produced my first show, got my first box office job, and met my first company manager. I realized that I could be good in math and be in the theater. The manager who hired me said that if that was what I wanted to do, I would need to move to New York, which I did in 1977. And I've been there ever since, graduating from company manager to general manager and occasionally producer. And I also own co-own my own business. Edward Albee said, sometimes it's necessary to go a long distance out of the way in order to come back a short distance correctly. And in New York is where I found my calling. What do? I make a living as a theatrical general manager. I do not manage talent. I do not manage theater buildings. I manage Broadway and off-Broadway shows. We are the business manager for each individual production. We deal with accountants, attorneys, 17 different unions. We hire and fire and protect the artistic integrity of each show, especially with the successful shows that are licensed all over the world. I first learned this when I was the original company manager of Little Shop of Horrors in the early 80s, a huge off-Broadway hit, and I helped oversee the additional productions in the US and London. The show ran for 5.5 years in New York, which was a phenomenon at the time. In fact, my partners and I have a history of working on long-running shows, which is a different skill set than opening and closing shows. And Wicked has taken me all over the world: Tokyo, Singapore, Sao Paulo, Seoul, London, and Australia as the show's representative. In the theater, we also give advice. Many shows give inspiring messages. Hamlet's advice to the players is famous, but what we really remember from Hamlet is neither a borrower nor a lender be, which is delivered by a pompous windbag. Musicals in particular have advised us to climb every mountain, do your own thing, let the sun shine in, and you'll never walk alone. Also, messages a bit more obscure: don't feed the plants, hold your bat boy, and everybody's a little bit racist. I found this quote from Maya Angelou. It is the most inspiring one I came across in my research. I've learned that you can tell a lot about a person by the way she handles 3 things: a rainy day, lost luggage, and tangled Christmas tree lights. I've learned that regardless of your relationship with your parents, you'll miss them when they're gone from your life. I've learned that making a living is not the same thing as making a life. I've learned that life sometimes gives you a second chance. I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. She was not only a poet, but also a screenwriter and composer, and understood that it is the human connection that is important in the theatrical arts. In the theater, we are thriving in a world where other media is instantly on demand, and one can see most movies and television shows whenever and wherever you want. But live theater is about the human interaction on stage in front of a live audience. Every performance is an event, and I'm pleased to say that Broadway has never been healthier. There are more shows than the theaters can accommodate, and we are continuing to develop new audiences. I can assure you the theater is not dead and continues to give guidelines to rule our lives. I've been very fortunate to make a life in the theater, working on shows that will affect generations to come and give them a message of mostly positive advice. So today, I'm going to give you direction from what I see to be the most important parts of my life and the messages of the theater productions I've worked on throughout my career. You now may be the youngest, but one day you will wake up and find you are the oldest. When that happens, remember how you want to be treated now. Most all of you will need to manage co-workers and employees. Remember to manage up. Embrace change and filter it through the skills you have learned here. I commend you to do the following. Follow your heart and find your passion. Travel widely and experience the people and places of the world. Stay active. Give generously of your time, your resources, and yourself. Invest, not only your finances, but in people. And love unconditionally. Be brave and be bold and make your mark on the world. Take risks. Learn to work without a net. You can always change directions. So the final charge is the advice from the players of some of the productions I've worked on. Even if you were picked last in gym, or sometimes you think you are not that smart, you can still find that you can succeed. Dream the impossible dream. Defy gravity, but remember that no good deed goes unpunished. To have faith is to have wings, and sometimes it has to hurt. That's how you know it meant something. And do not be concerned if you are next to normal. In your time at CC, I believe that you, as I, have been changed for good. Thank you.
Madam President, in recognition of her fierce commitment to innovation, new work, and artistic excellence, I present Nancy Noggle-Gibbs for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
By action of a joint committee of faculty and trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, Nancy Noggle-Gibbs, the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, and admit you to all rights and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of this honor, I ask that you be vested with the hood appropriate to the degree, and I present you with this diploma.
Like most of us, David Buck, MD, enjoyed his time at CC. He liked to rock climb, backpack, and hang out. He loved ice cream, hot curries, hummus, and pure garlic. Dave was never shy about engaging us in a lively debate. When I would suggest there were too many humans on Earth, David would respond, "True, but there is too little of humanity." His dedication to serving the powerless is as unwavering as the laws of thermodynamics. He is constantly refining his models for better affordable health care. His clinic includes homeless on the board of directors. As a professor, he teaches rising doctors how to be more effective. Dr. Buck is a lifelong learner, sharing his research internationally and through more than 100 papers and presentations. His leadership has been widely recognized, and he was just selected to be the Associate Dean of Community Health at the new University of Houston Medical School. A brief listing of his awards is in your program. Madam President, I present David S. Buck for the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By action of a joint committee of faculty and trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, David Buck, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, and admit you to all rights and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of this honor, I ask that you be vested with the hood appropriate to the degree, and I present you with this diploma.
Born in Cameroon, raised in Switzerland, and educated in the United States, including at Colorado College, the first female African student in our institution's history. Dr. Frida Ekoto exemplifies through her own border crossings the themes of freedom and confinement at the heart of her work. From her current position at the University of Michigan and through her extensive scholarship on French writer Jean Genet, Dr. Ekoto has earned a reputation as one of the world's foremost Francophone literary critics. Most compelling is how she draws on Genet's multiple modes of marginalization, including due to his sexual orientation and his imprisonment, to critique confining and distorting representations of lesbian women in post-colonial Africa. Through her novels, and more recently through film, Dr. Ekoto narrates the beauty and complexity of Black female sexuality, emphasizing the tenderness, intimacy, and love present in relationships all too commonly pathologized, if acknowledged at all. For humanizing through her stories the multiply oppressed in our world, Madam President, I present Frida Ekoto for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
By action of a joint committee of faculty and trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, Frida Ekoto, the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, and admit you to all rights and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of this honor, I ask that you be vested with a hood appropriate to the degree, and I present you with this diploma.
Best known as a U.S. national, world, and Olympic figure skating champion, Peggy Fleming Jenkins was also the first woman in Colorado College athletics history to receive the award for Best Letterman and was inducted into the CC Athletic Hall of Fame in 1998. Following her competitive victories, Peggy remained active with the sport of figure skating, serving as an ABC, ESPN commentator and mentor to younger skaters. As an informal ambassador for the sport, Peggy participated in the 1973 skating special, Peggy Fleming Visits the Soviet Union. Filmed in the Soviet Union, the telecast made many firsts in television history, including numerous collaborations between the United States and Soviet athletes and artists. Her passion for exploring form, creativity, and artistry sparked a love of painting, and Peggy regularly paints for family, friends, and charity auctions. Recently, her love of artistry led Peggy to work with the local Broadmoor Skating Club in developing the Peggy Fleming Trophy competition. The inaugural event, which will take place in Colorado Springs next month, will reward a skater's artistic expression. For her commitment to athletic and artistic excellence, Madam President, I present Peggy Fleming Jenkins for the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By action of a joint committee of faculty and trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, Peggy Fleming Jenkins, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, and admit you to all rights and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of this honor, I ask that you be vested with the hood appropriate to the degree, and I present you with this diploma. At commencement, we not only celebrate our graduates, but also the contributions of our faculty. This year, 2 faculty members are retiring and have been granted emeritus status by the Board of Trustees in recognition of their dedicated service to Colorado College. Congratulations and much gratitude to Professor Emeritus of History Dennis Showalter, 49 years of service, and Professor Emeritus of History Douglas Monroy, 40 years of service. Please join me in thanking these dedicated faculty members. Colorado College awards the Masters of Arts in Teaching to teachers who have spent the last few summers in our Experienced Teacher program, and to recent college graduates who have dedicated the past 14 months to the 5th year program. Colorado College is proud of its long-standing commitment to providing programs for teachers in our community, and we are proud of our teacher leaders who will guide the next generation of students. To our graduating MAT students, on behalf of the college and the faculty, we offer congratulations and support for your important work.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Teaching please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Teaching.
By action of the faculty, the Board of Trustees concurring, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Master of Arts in Teaching and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of your accomplishments, I ask that you be vested with the hood appropriate to your degree, and I present your diploma.
Laura Jean Berg. Jamie Lynn Brackney. Tricia Renee Cornelius. Allison Caitlin Aronsoft. Samuel Justin Friedman. Tricia A. Friesma. Kelly Renee Obaginski. Kendra Ann Peer. Mike Pritt. Those who are to receive the degree Master of Arts in Teaching in absentia are listed in your commencement program. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, including those who are to receive the bachelor's degree with honors.
By action of the faculty, the Board of Trustees concurring, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts, and admit you to all rights, responsibilities, and privileges pertaining to this degree. As a token of your accomplishments, I present your diplomas.
Benjamin Kicklack, Colorado College Student Trustee. Alana Ahmet. Nugus Nebu Abraha. Madeline Abrams. Adriana Santana Alvarado. Paul Timothy Roy Ammons. Kelsey Anderson, magna cum laude. Samuel Andrew. David Andrews, cum laude. Paige Elizabeth Anton. Brianna Josephine Apodaca. Rayan Asfari. Amelia Amber Atencio, cum laude. Patricia Marie Atkinson. Elida Iden. Samuel Ayers, cum laude. Silas Nathaniel Babylonia. Benjamin Addison Bacher. David Y. Bay, cum laude. Jason Bear. William Pavlos Baldridge. Robert Hugh Ballack. John Roy Balasini Dummett. Sarah Barker, cum laude. Consuelo Rose Barton. Alexandra Spencer Basom. Montana Bass. Haley Ellen Bates. Dixon Ian Battelle. Jacob Thomas Baddock, cum laude. Jamie Baum. Jeremy Becker. Brian Michael Beitner. Elijah Trey Baquet. Jared Dunham Bell. Kiana Bell. Onyx Rachel. Kira Bergson, magna cum laude. Olivia Marie Berlin, magna cum laude. Jordan Berman. Peter Martin Berzens. Hamiet Bilgi. Christopher Birch. Olivia Blackman. Andre Blazewski, cum laude. Aaron Reed Blinderman. Samuel Amos Block. Leah Elizabeth Bloomberg. Elsa Marie Bonahade. Meredith Tippett Bauer, magna cum laude. Marshall Downing Brace. Ryan Braymeyer. Andrew Braverman. Catherine Mary Braza. Corey Francis Brennan. Turner Brett. Jonah Bro. Kayla Marie Bronzo, cum laude. Frank A. Brooks IV. Kirsten Brown. Jack Robbins Bittner. Christopher Bunn. Rachel Marley Burdorf. John Bush Joseph. Isabella Aneje Basian. Calvin Koch Butler. Emily Walker Kane. Nikolai Laurent Calabria. Brittany Jareen Camacho. Ian H. Carey. Ian Zellick Collins Karen. Nicholas Howard Carpenter. Heather Rayanne Casillas. Kaylee Deirdre Cassidy, cum laude. Francesca Isabel Sandali. Abigail Calhoun Sensky. Emily Fiona Surf. Kuba Chandler. Song Chang. Brian Chen. Chen Yuexin. Yuan Shen, magna cum laude. Shi Ying Chung. Francesca Angeline Chapetta. Jordan David Churchwell. Leah Cifalillo. Bobby Clements. Michael Caldwell, cum laude. Andrew James Combs. Grace Connolly. Tony Connors. John G. Connors. Hannah Lisbeth Cooper. Hannah Rachel Axelrod Cooper. Ronnie Ariel Korik. Julia Claire Cotter. Luke Cree. Nicholas Beatty Cruz, magna cum laude. Kelly Ann Colshaw. Ian Thompson Culver. Mason Paul Culver. Victoria Elizabeth Cutler. Laura Elizabeth Beth Cutlet. Samuel Conrad Daynert. Ann Parrish Dargan. Peter Justin Javon Daring. Amy Celeste Dougherty. Alexis Davis. Nathan Davis, magna cum laude. Carrie Ann Day Lucour, magna cum laude. Anna Marie DeFrino. Olivia Dell. Natalia Schilling Della Valle, cum laude. Lindsay Harris Derringer. Nai Lee Ding, cum laude. Rena Alexis Dishman. John Wilson Dixon. Dorsa Jalilzadeh. Nicholas Henry Dobbs. Anna Eleanor Doctor, magna cum laude. Caroline Millard Dodson. Mary Rose Ahern Donahue. Luke Dorwart. Kellen Dreyer. Madison Eupora Dunn. Jason Edelstein. Armin Williams Edwards. Quentin John Willem Eging. Miranda Elizabeth Einhorn. Benjamin Elgren. Elizabeth Gell Ellinger. Catherine Blair Ellison. Madeline DeLoss Engel, cum laude. Bayarma Engter, cum laude. Alexandra Catherine Escalante. Aaron Farquhar, cum laude. Sam Clayton Faison. Jules Robin Feeney, magna cum laude. Gabriel Fine, magna cum laude. Juliet Fink, magna cum laude. Sawyer Finley. Sean Fight. Evan Rukavina Fleming. Reagan Folleron. Mark Kaporia Foreman. George Allen Folks III. Ridge Frank White. Susanna Frechter, magna cum laude. Rowan B. Fredrickson. Duranya Nadika Freeman. Olivia Isidel Fry. Alexandria Earthup Fripp. Rory Futz. Eleanor Louise Gannon. Lydia Rose Garthwaite. Martin Gaspar. Emily Gaston. Shiana Gavin, cum laude. Pierre Germain. Thomas Gifford. Samantha Jordan Gilbert. Ashton Gilbertson, magna cum laude. Camille Juliet Ginsburg. Rebecca Rose Glazer, magna cum laude. Mateo Gospich. Thomas Granger. Annika Kylie Grevstad, summa cum laude. Georgia Elizabeth Griffith. Helen Blanchard Griffiths, magna cum laude. John Owen Gurr. Ryan Hadar. Sophia Francisca Haynes. Austin Hammer. Haley Elise Hampson. Valerie May Hannah, cum laude. Marketa Harashtova, magna cum laude. Kaya Harbor. Elias Meerberg Harkins, cum laude. Matthew Harris. Ellie Rose Harrison. Emily Pearl Harrison. Alex Harros. Sasha Marika Hart. Connor Stephen Hartnett. Atia Harvey. Peyton Lee Harvey. John Hatch. Caitlin Cosgrove Haig. Sabrina Heitman. Samuel James Francis Heller. Olivia Grace Henderson. Aiden Hendrickson. Hunter Brian Henninger. Luke Mooning Henningsen, magna cum laude. Alejandra Hernandez. Anna Hessler. Emmanuel Davida Heyman. Caitlin Ann Hickman, cum laude. Benjamin Hicks. John Hyam, cum laude. Andrew Spencer Hill. Kyla Marina Hill. Laura Ann Himmelman. Erica Hiromitsu. Riley J. Hoffman. Ethan Jacob Holland. Nina Marie Hawley. Nora Raphael Brown Holmes. Theodore Augustus Hooker. Peyton McKenna Hoops, cum laude. Clara Rose Hotelling, summa cum laude. Lucy Megan Houlihan. Eric Hauska. Xuan Yi Hu. Tracy Kyle Mackenzie Hudson. Timothy Huddle. Ian Frederick Hushel. Sarah Quinn Husney, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Hippolyte. Sam Imhoff. Gabriel Sam Jacobs. Stephen Jondro Smith. Kyla Lynn Jarka, cum laude. Gina Clara Joseph. Aviva Ida Khan. Isaiah Kang. Jackson Kaplan. Alpjan Karamanolu. Sky Elon Kishan. Stephanie Ada Kelly. Rain Kennedy, magna cum laude. Catherine Kerr. Abusan Katka. Nelson R. Kais. Jun Kim, cum laude. Peter Kim. Oliver Thomas King. Laurel Kinga Bakianga. Colin Volpe Clutchman. Christopher Klusendorf. Peter Francis Coe. Jacob Philip Kohler. Emily Jane Comey. Andrew Joseph Copel. Haley Jane Corman. Philip Anderson Korlog. Rowan Marie Kowalski cum laude. Grayson Slater Christoph. Bob Quo summa cum laude. Nora Josephine Langer. Catherine Larson. Evan Lothman. Sumner Elan Lawson. Sophia Olivia Lehman. Karina Leatherwood, cum laude. Margot Francis Lederer. Harold Lee. Madison Lee. Evans Levy. Abigail Liu. Jacob Lewis. Jamang Lee. Ian Lincoln. Rishi Chiwan Ling, cum laude. Christian Lacafear. Ayla Elizabeth Loper. Kira M. Lawrenson. Miles Lamar Lowe, cum laude. Xiao Ju Lu. Madeline Lucy, magna cum laude. Anna Claire Lynn Pilevsky, magna cum laude. William Templeton McEwen, cum laude. Louisa McKenzie. Margaret Claire McKinley, cum laude. Anne Linnea McLeod. Gabriela Rachel Magnani, magna cum laude. Nathan Hunt Makala. Bahia Maladi, magna cum laude. Samuel Markin. Christopher Robert Martin. Emma Hall Martin cum laude. James Austin Martin Jr. Francesca Raffaella Mastriani. Samuel Kane Mathai. Kelsey Elizabeth Maxwell. Rachel Ann Maxwell. Connor McCaslin, cum laude. Shayna Pachelle McClure. Callan John McCormick. Savannah Elaine McDaniel. Catherine McGinn, magna cum laude. Kyle Thomas McMichael. Parker William McVeigh, cum laude. Cassandra Medellin. Sierra Michelle Melton, summa cum laude. Marina Mendez. Carly Shea Merritt, cum laude. Sam Mays. Alyssa Danae Miller. Emily May Miller. Michaela G. Miller. Wesley Armin Miller. Audrey Louise Mills. Rachel Mintz, cum laude. Geronimo Miranda, magna cum laude. Grant Wilson Mitchell. Jael Lynette Mitchell, magna cum laude. June Miyama. Colin R. Monahan. Nathan Manga. Abigail Marie Moore, cum laude. Cecilia Fahey Moore. Killian Morales Coskren. Christopher Morgan. Sabri Alana Morris. Jack Duran Mosley. Madeline Benka Murphy. Mary McEwen Murphy. Alexander Ward Musicant. Isabel Rose Nathanson, cum laude. Araceli Navarro. Kaylin Joseph Nee. Albina M. Needell. Callan Robert Neeson. Trayvon Newman. Justin Ton Win. Win Vin Long. Mary Win, cum laude. Christopher James Nunciato. Augie Nusser. Lachlan Ogden Nutting. Celia Ann O'Brien. Caitlin Elizabeth O'Donnell. Caroline Olin, cum laude. Alice Marie Lockett Oline. Arie Shinosuke Olson. Marcela Elena Oñate Truls. Stephen Ortega. Corey Robinson Page. Jackson Payne. William Pock. Evan Chanot Papworth, cum laude. Justin Yoon Joe Park. Maya Vaughn Patel. Cameron Pattison, magna cum laude. Robert McCormick Paul. Nicholas Callaway Pearson. Alexandra Peck. Alex Peebles Capon. Bryant Abraham Perez. Aislinn Christine Perkins. Dalton Perry, cum laude. Jacob Max Peterson. Huang Pham. Duncan Ritz Phelps. Tia Simone Philip, cum laude. Susanna Tracy Phillips. Charlotte Breyer Pierce. Jairo Andres Pineros Liberato. Magna cum laude. Benjamin Pitta. Charlotte Winslow Polar. Sierra Schneider Bolston. Alexander John Pope. Ariel Blair Potter. Grace Powell. Gabriella Pucciarelli. Aline Elizabeth Punicki. Joe Pertel, cum laude. Luis Enrique Calis, Jr. Matthew R. Quinlitz. David Thomas Radke. Gerardo Martin Ramirez. Naomi Priscilla Randall. Jules Randolph. Daniel Forrest Rappaport. Sarah Reeve. Anna Elaine Regan. Willa Ray Juno Rentel, cum laude. James Rior. Hannah Gabrielle Ryder. Alessandra Elizabeth Reeders. Lauren Robinson. Jennifer Stacy Roca. Matthew Rockwell. Daniel Stephen Rodriguez. Gabriel Rodriguez. Robert Killian Roth. Brian Thomas Rubin. Cooper James Russ. Jared Adam Russell. Andrew Sterling Ruddy, cum laude. Bray Salazar. Erica Salas. Lindsay Salas, magna cum laude. Mum Ulimata Sane, cum laude. Mark W. Skaggs, cum laude. Mary Hollis Schmidt. Lila Elizabeth Brand Schmitz, cum laude. McKenna Arrington Schnack. Will Moore Schneiger, magna cum laude. Samuel Schoenfeld. Andrew Micah Schwartz. Winter Haley Scott. Hannah Cho Seabright. Morgan Syme, magna cum laude. Tristan Hunter Selton. Elijah Trainer So. Hambo Xiao, magna cum laude. Beckett Shea Shumsky. Alec Sheffield, summa cum laude. Kyla Bell Shura. Samuel George Sheridan. Harper Augusta Sherwood Reed, magna cum laude. Declan Seifkis, summa cum laude. Ellen Hope Silk. Susie Simmons. Cyan Rose Sinclair. Emmanuel Nicholas Sitinas. Lucy June Sloan. Amelia Smith, cum laude. Anna Nancy Gerard Smith. Callie Frances Smith, magna cum laude. Everett Smith. James Wesley Smith. Morgan Elizabeth Smith. Aiden Smith Epsteiner. Benjamin Smotrich. Adam Ginsberg Sedano. Esmeda Leonore Spalding. Morgan Delaney Spencer. Samuel Garrett Stallings. Samuel Moore Stansel, magna cum laude. Guy Beckley Stearns. Eliza Dixon Stein, cum laude. Robert Stern. Elizabeth Janine Stusek. Olivia Paige Stevenson III. Lane Alexandra Stoltzner. Cameron Kyle Stopforth, cum laude. Mick Murphy Sullivan. Nathaniel Stedman Sweet. William Alexander Swift. Matthew Tankersley. Julia Teresa Tarantino. Charles Maxwell Tarika. Anya Taylor. Susan Fooley Taylor. Caitlin Angela Tigan. Sandor Telecki, cum laude. Salam Haila Tewelda. Elena Ruth Thatcher. Jasmine Alessandra Thibault. Cole Harrison Thompson. C.J. Thompson. Delaney Marie Tite. Perry Tonkel. Victor Manuel Torres III. Robert McKean Twells. Matthew Sawyer Valito. Eleanor Jane Vandervoord. Nicole Elaine Vanacore. Eden John Van Devanter, magna cum laude. Wang Li Vu. Madeline Elizabeth Walden, cum laude. Jasmine Wallach. Joseph C. Walton, Jr. Ivy Danforth Wappler. Kyle Warner. Nicholas August Watkins. Trey Watmore. Alyssa Nicole Weaver. Janelle Nicole Weaver. Claire Genevieve Weiler. Scott Weinberger. Robert Welch. Ellen Wynn. Samuel Thomas White IV. Tristan White. Crispin Cone Whittier. Abby Wigdale. McCain Elizabeth Williams. Becca Williams. Sarah McCabe Williams. Emma Covington Wilson, cum laude. Madeline K. Wilson. Marielle Hope Wilson, cum laude. Rowan Hope Wilson. Talia Lou Worth, cum laude. Xu Chang Wu, cum laude. Eleanor Lowry Wurzweiler. Peter Xu Wei. Glenna Yancey. Lu Jiang Nanye. John Ye. Mari Young, cum laude. Ryan Young. Mustafa Khatim Mustafa Zaki Taha, cum laude. Joshua Daniel Zambrano. Zhang Fengyu. Tehran Zhang, magna cum laude. Ayu, magna cum laude. Jeremy Zucker. Justina Zuckerman. And Nicholas York Zuschneid. Those who are to receive the degree Bachelor of Arts in Absentia are listed in the commencement program. We now welcome Ben Kiklak, Colorado College student trustee, to lead the tassel ceremony.
Today is not a farewell, but an extension of a family, a new start, a new beginning, tagging along with fond memories. We leave you today with a poem titled Dream Big by an unknown author. If there were ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart, something that is worth your aspiration, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count. Have fun, dig deep, stretch. Dream big. Know, though, that things worth doing seldom come easy. There'll be times when you want to turn around, pack it up, call it quits. Those times would tell you that you are pushing yourself and that you're not afraid to learn by trying. Persist, because with an idea, determination, and the right tools, you could do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and let your heart guide you. Trust. Believe in the credible power of the human mind, of doing something that makes a difference, of working hard, of laughing and hoping, of lasting friends, of all the things that will cross your path. Next year, the start of something new brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you. And you will pass this way but once. Do it right. We look forward to seeing you again as you continue into your new and exciting chapters. Class of 2018, blessings to all of you from all of us here at CC. Best wishes and congratulations.